All I'm pointing out
do you think he's a deviant for being gay?
Yeah, but deviant, a little bit.
But that's
Everybody's
your
a
own
little
opinion
bit
of it. The thing is,
Yeah.
people that are homophobic, which you are being a little bit right now, are
it's not-
always closeted gay men afraid of their own feelings.
Hold on.
The research says it.
Wait a second.
Michael, what I think is happening here is that
I'm learning so much about
you are
myself.
afraid of your own closeted homosexual
You know what's
feelings,
amazing
and that's
about-
why you're saying it's not natural.
I think that there are all sorts of kind of weird deviancies and aberrations that
But
come
that's
out.
not an
in the
okay
world.
word to use about.
But if it's
That's the
natural,
word I'm using.
if it's natural, why is it deviant?
Well, because we mean natural in two different ways. We mean natural like things that just happen. Like, animals will kill each other and eat each other, or the cannibalism is natural, I guess, in that way. And we also mean natural as man's participation in, like, the moral law, in the eternal law. So you say, well, maybe cannibalism is natural in a certain sense, but really it's totally contrary to the natural law. It's not good for human beings, so we shouldn't do it. And so I say marriage is a natural institution.
Why is it not okay for men to marry men, women to marry women?
Because they can. It's like, why can't a circle be a square? It just isn't.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. That's not an answer to my question. Why do you believe that that isn't okay?
Because marriage in its nature is the union between a man and a woman for the purpose of
According
procreation.
to who?
According to marriage, according to what it is.
According to the Bible?
No, according to nature.
Right. Insane. According to nature.
Yeah. It's
what are you talking about? According to nature.
Well, marriage.
You've seen in nature that there are gay animals, right?
Yeah, that's not marriage. They're not married.
No, because marriage is what? Like,
But Michael,
just some
the
kind of
union
social-
between a man and
it's a
woman.
social construct.
Brand new gay marriage debate, same stupid arguments. It's natural because animals do it. I guess it's natural to dry hump a leg because my dog's doing it all the time.
Why do you get a month to just go on about being gay? But why do you?
It's not a month to go on
Why not
about
have it?
being
If you
gay.
want, have a day,
It's-
have a Pride Day. But why a month?
We have lots of different Pride events all over the world. I think it's an important month because it shows people that we're okay, we're allowed to exist, and that the world supports us.
Yeah, but surely you've reached a point now where this is.
No,
is general...
because we haven't, because there's idiots like
I'm
Michael
much
sat
more...
here.
Listen,
Bless you. And
listen,
I'm a fan, but
I'm from New York.
You're
I
a
went
fan
to-
of an idiot.
Yeah.
I don't want to offend you.
And he's
at
here
all.
sharing a
hold on, he's
platform with a
offending
deviant.
you.
I mean, I'm a little bit confused.
Look,
he's happy to share a platform with a deviant. You think you're a fan of an idiot. I mean, forgive me if I'm sitting here feeling a little bit confused.
Listen,
So, wait, now you're confused? Does that mean that you are part of the LGBT?
Not about my sexuality, no.
No, listen.
he's not a Q.
I've never harboured any indecent thoughts towards you.
I think your question is a bit, you're simplifying it slightly, and I think you know why.
No, I'm genuinely confused. I get why certain days get celebrated as a day, right? Where you have a day where the world's focus is on, that day. And there are many, many, many days like that. And I'm all in favour of that. That's fine.
right.
And I'd be totally fine with a Pride Day around the world where everyone who's LGBTQIA2SL, you don't even know what 2SL means. Just to your point, we had it checked.
Piers,
But
let me
hang on. It's a term used by some indigenous North American people to describe individuals whose spirits are a blend of both masculine and
But
feminine
it was
traits.
invented in 1990 by a woman who said it
let
came
me
to her in a
just-
dream.
Right, to
so
me-
it's a
to
totally
me-
just
modern
speak to
thing.
To
my-
me, a lot of that
let me just
lecturing
speak-
and stuff is complete nonsense.
Let me just speak to my
and as
personal-
always, when people talk about things like two-spirit, whatever, and I start to say, well, I can identify as whatever I want, and I do the old, I want to be a two-spirit penguin, and then you all go, well, that's ridiculous. But here are you supporting a month, celebrating a series of terminology which you don't even know what some of it means.
As a gay man, I'm supporting anyone in the LGBTQ plus community.
Well, you only care
can't
about
expect me to
certain numbers
know-
of letters for Pride Month.
Do you know about every single different type of straight person all
Stop
over
me
the world?
wanting a month to celebrate
Okay,
it.
but it's
you
not.
Do.
You're oversimplifying
You mentioned the
it.
T. Forget the two-spirit for a second. You mentioned the T. In Pride Month, are we really expected to support the T? In other words, am I obligated to believe this ludicrous notion that a man can really be a woman? Am I a hater? Am I a bigot? Am I secretly trans if I don't believe in that?
I don't think that you are obligated to believe or support anything if you don't want to.
Great.
But I personally do.
But publicly, I have to because Pride
No, you
is
don't.
everywhere, and you
No,
get a
you
whole
literally
month.
don't. You
There are
spend your
signs
entire
all over the
career
public
not
square. There are
doing that.
flags everywhere. There are lessons in schools. There are commercials on TV.
Would you mind if we had a straight day?
No, I wouldn't mind at all.
What if we had a straight year?
You do have a straight year. But if you want to have one
So
specific...
if I went out and had a load of flags celebrating...
I'm fine with that.
Straight
You know
day.
they did that in the US and no one showed up. It
Really?
bombed. I think it was Washington or somewhere else.
That'd be
They
quite
had a
funny.
straight celebration. You should have gone.
I know, I didn't get invited. Maybe they
Well-
thought I was gay. This is my problem with the Pride Month.
Right.
One, Pride is like, the queen of all sins, and now the sin of all queens, some might say. But why does one have to have pride when you could just say, look, it's a crazy world. People sometimes do some aberrant things. We all like Cole Porter and Noel Coward. Why, in other words?
Why is what I'm doing aberrant? Sorry, abhorrent. What are you talking about?
Because men, the natural
why
end
do you
of
think that?
the natural
and
end
why
of
are
a
you
man.
sexualizing love?
Here, I'll tell you
so
what.
much. That's why I'm saying you're in the closet, because you immediately think of gay men.
Sex involves love.
Wait,
in
you
the
think of
best
two
cases.
gay men and you immediately jump to deviant, abhorrent. Like, really, what we're talking about is love. Okay?
No,
you decide to take it sexual. I'm not talking about
I think
sex.
gay stuff
You
is
are.
sexual. Is that not? Am I wrong in
So why
believing
do
gay stuff?
So when I
has
think
something
about
to
you
do
and your
with
wife,
sex?
do I immediately jump to that being sexual?
That is a sexual
Do you look at
relationship.
Minnie
Sex
and
is what
Mickey Mouse
defines-
and be like, oh, they're actually definitely having sex?
If they're married, then sex is involved.
So when you
yes.
look at Mickey and Minnie Mouse, you think they're having sex? Is that
well,
what's happening?
they're mice. They're not
They're-
people.
well,
I don't
right,
know their
but if
age.
you were
I
to
don't know if
see-
they're legally married.
But if you were to see them celebrating Pride, you'd be offended and
Yeah,
you'd say, how dare they?
You ask, why do I say it's deviant? I'm not saying it. I'm not like
Well, no,
burning
I
a cross
asked
or
you
something.
why you're not offended when you see two straight cartoons, but you would be offended when you saw two
straight
gay
relationships,
cartoons.
because like marriage, straight relationships are normal and good.
You are just
And
repeating yourself. You're not answering my question.
I am.
Why are you sexualizing two men in love?
who have sex. Why? Because that's kind of what defines it.
But that's not what pride is. We're not saying, oh my God, look, we're all having sex. We're all fucking each other. That's not what pride is.
That
Pride
is how the pride parades actually do generally
Pride
play out
is
on Main Street.
literally saying-
like there's like leather and weird spankings and things. It is. That's how it plays
But
out.
the straight community do that as well.
No, we don't have.
Yes,
we just acknowledge we don't have
Oh my
parades.
God, you are joking. Straight people have so many kinks.
We do not have any
What's your
spank
porn
parades
category?
ever.
What do you
None.
watch when you're watching porn?
I do not watch pornography.
Come on, you must.
I don't
What's your
watch-
category?
I don't watch pornography.
Really? You don't?
I don't.
What's this? Is this you hand on the Bible?
Yeah, I don't have a Bible on me. I don't have Leviticus either.
Okay,
I don't
you've
watch
never
pornography.
watched. What about when you were at college?
No,
What
you
did
know,
you
I
wank
might
to?
have seen a naked lady
Listen,
once or twice, but
you
I don't
don't-
watch pornography.
Okay, and
I
what
really
kind of
don't.
naked lady are you into? What are your kinks?
I don't.
What do you like doing with your wife? Well, if you're going to sexualize my community,
I love how he
if you're
says-
going to
I
do
love how
that,
he goes-
I'm going to do
he
it
goes-
back.
He goes, why do you think gay people are having
Because I am
anything to do with
playing
sex?
the same
And then
game.
he's
Because
asking
I'm
about
doing
weird-
this. Because I'm giving it back to you.
Here's why we would say it's deviant: is because man has like natural ends, like the eye is for seeing, the glass is for drinking water out of, and man has a sexual end, which is sexual congress with women, which creates babies.
Okay,
That's
why
what
do you
it's
have a
called
G-spot?
T-wall.
Why do you have a G-spot in your bum?
I don't.
Yes, you do. You actually
promise
do. That is scientifically
don't.
proven.
I
And if you
don't.
go all the way back to ancient Rome, men have been having sex with men.
I just want to
for a
clarify
long
for the
time.
audience, I
What
do
you're
not
talking
have
about
that
is insane.
where he
Gotta
said,
say,
what you are
the-
talking about is
The
literally
TikTok clips
not
from this
true.
are going to blow up. I
You
just
are
want to say
literally
that.
lying. You're like missing out on so much. You
I
could be
don't
doing.
have a G-spot.
Well, you do, and your wife
don't.
and you should enjoy
but
playing.
Let me just conclude things by saying,
But again-
James, I have no problem with who you have sex with. You can have sex with whoever
It's
you
not
like.
about sex.
who you-
Stop bringing it
or
back
who you love,
to sex.
or who you love,
Thank
or who
you.
you want to marry. You have my blessing for all the rights that I enjoy, and I believe that firmly.
Thank
so
you.
on that, I totally disagree.
Well, but I agree, Piers, because I would say I totally believe in your right to marry. I want you to have every right that I have, which
you.
is to marry a woman.
By the way,
that isn't going to happen.
when you said that, maybe he's in the closet, a lot of gay guys eventually go the other way.
What you're suggesting that I'm
I
going to
think
marry?
you're probably one of the least likely gay people I've met that would turn
Thank
the other
you.
way. But
Thank
you
you
never
so
know,
much.
mate.
And listen,
you never know.
I'd love, Piers, to celebrate your Arsenal win. And I'm very proud of the guys for celebrating Pride.
Yeah,
So
they do.
anytime you want to take me up the Arsenal, I'm ready.
Genuinely one of the funniest gay marriage debates I've seen. Piers Morgan and Michael Knowles are just straight up laughing at the guy the entire time. Most of the time when there's a debate like that, people are screaming at each other and getting mad. But here there are no new arguments. It always goes back to, we just want the same rights as you do, and trying to make you the bad guy with no empathy for their situation. What's funny is that after years of debate, the pro-gay marriage side still hasn't developed any new arguments. It's still the same emotional appeal. We just want the same rights, while completely ignoring that marriage was never designed to validate adult relationships, but to protect children and create stable families. Notice how they never want to debate the actual consequences, the impact on children, religious freedom, or society as a whole. They just repeat, love is love, because those sound nice. Once you push past the slogans, their position collapses, which is exactly what happened in this Piers Morgan debate.